For generations, America lived without the Kayou Mini. Europe had it all. Then, the imports began. The following video documents what happens when Americans get access.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. I'm Sauna FPV, and yes, we finally got our hands on the Kayou Mini. Link in the description for you US folks. So today we're gonna build this out into a little DJI O4 Lite wide-angle ripper. But first, some flight footage from the maiden sesh, so you guys can see what to expect from this platform. And spoiler alert, this might be my new goat, y'all. Okay, so let's go ahead and unbag this, and check out all of the 3D prints that I did, and we'll build this up, go fly it with more commentary, and then talk about if this thing is any good. We'll go over all the parts right now. All right, you guys, so here is the packaging. Let's go ahead and open it up. This is what you get out of the box, and I'm quite impressed here. It's really like minimalistic, but robust, if that makes sense. We have the bottom plate. It's all in one, arms attached. It's beefy, it's cleanly cut, love that. We got the top plate here with a little thing for battery strap, I believe, a nice little Kayou Mini battery strap that they include. And then we have the screw hardware here. You're gonna get two sizes of standoffs. I believe there is well, the website says 8 and 12 millimeter. I'm using the 12 for the O4, and it is very tight. By the way, Mo FPV, if you guys don't know Mo, check out his channel over here. He is the GOAT of builds like this, inspired me to build this. He actually said that he bought his own 15 millimeter standoffs that he's using to give a little bit of extra wiggle room for the O4 Lite. So feel free to play around with that. All right, sick. Let's go ahead and check out the other parts we're using for the build. I believe this is all the parts laid out. Let's go over everything quickly. So VTX, we are using the O4 Lite. We have the Flywoo camera housing on here, and then we will be pairing this with the wide FOV adapter here. Next up is the AIO. This is a 2 to 3S AIO from Beta FPV with built-in ELRS. It does have motor plugs, but quick note, the motor plugs will not fit on the frame if you are using O4 Lite stack and this AIO, so I ended up removing them, and you'll have to too. Unless you get those big standoffs that Mo has, then it might fit. And we're running an XT30 off the back with a pre-installed capacitor. Motors, we are running 1103 8500 kV. So Mo FPV recommends 8000 kV 1103. He said you can go a little bit higher or a little bit lower on the kV, but 1103 he said is basically essential. I'll put up the motors that he recommends. And then lastly, guys, we have these super dirty prints. I haven't cleaned them up because I literally just pulled them off the printer. We've got a little antenna holder. We've got some little skids feet. And then finally, probably the most important print is this camera housing. So if you guys don't know, the Kayou Mini does not come with TPU prints. At least this kit didn't. I got it from Pyro Drone. So you gotta print your own camera housing. That was fine for me because I wanted to use the Flywoo wide angle adapter anyways. So hopefully this isn't too much extra weight. Let's actually assemble all this stuff and see how it looks on the quad, then we'll tune it and go outside. All right, you guys, so here it is all assembled except for any prints on the back because they didn't actually fit with this AIO because of the way that it juts out at the end, but we're gonna make do. So it is very tight, like such a tight fit. I'd say there's maybe 0.5 millimeter clearance from the VTX, and as you can see, this camera housing looks kind of ridiculous and beefy at the front, so hopefully it's not too much weight. All right, quick smoke stopper check to make sure we don't have any shorts, and boom, we are good to go. We hear that Blue Jay chime, and let's throw the props on. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and do the Betaflight and ESC configurator settings. So first of all, I just want to show you, if we go to the Kayou Mini Frames website, we go to presets over here, Kayou Mini 2.5, they have done an amazing thing here, and I thank them so much for this because they've just included screenshots of what your Betaflight and ESC configurator settings should be if you are in the parameters of these components. So this is what I'm running. I have not flown the quad yet, so I'm not sure if these will be perfect. We might be adjusting these a little bit. That's it, guys. Let's go rip. Open up, guys. The secret whoop spot is right there. You can literally see it. I don't think we'll be playing the Kayou Mini there, but here we go. Looks like the grass has been freshly sprinklered, so we've got an extra obstacle to avoid, but we're just gonna fly these trees over here. All right, so this was kind of a first pack curse. Nothing too special on this pack right here, just doing a little freestyle and trying to get the feel for digital again and something that is not a 21 gram whoop. But check this out. I don't know what happened here, but you can see I do like a big maneuver over these trees coming up in a second, and then the thing fell out of the sky. Battery was fully charged. Look at this, just completely fell out of the sky. So what do you guys think that was? I end up flying it again here and give you my thoughts in real time. Hey, what is this guy doing over here? You're not allowed to have a car over here, bro. Okay, editing sauna here. It was at this point in the flight I realized some pretty nasty vibrations. When I first took off, I thought it was maybe like a bent prop and I would just finish the pack and deal with it, but I could tell that something was weird. Here's my live reaction in goggles. Having a little bit of vibrations, not sure what happened, but maybe on one of those crashes we yoinked something loose.
Telemetry lost.
Oh bro, that is just the best dive ever. Love this spot. Oh! Alright you guys, so this video has turned into a mini nightmare. I just went to grab the quad and everything seemed good, but what happened here? So this motor, it's all wiggly and I cannot get the prop off no matter how much force I use. Now I'm a wimpy little guy, but I mean, I think this motor is like toast regardless. So I'm gonna go home, solder on a new motor and come back and try to actually get a good line to determine if I like this thing or not. All right, so check this out, you guys. I ripped off the bell from the top and immediately the main bearing, I think that's what this is, fell out, and then all of these little pieces kept falling out and I kept finding them after like wiggling the motor. So it's clear that something got grinded loose and then continued to just grind as I did that vibrate-y flight, I think. So let's replace it and see what I had to say. Goddamn. Okay guys, so really quick update. I ended up replacing the motor, but it was a whole thing. I had to put two motor cables together, heat shrink them because I'm an idiot and I accidentally cut this spare motor's wires too short. But we're back in action, so let's go back to the park and rip. All right, you guys, so I've put together a compilation of 3 separate packs, and I'll go ahead and give you my thoughts as we're watching them back because I didn't record live commentary. I think my phone was dead or something. So this was actually the night before I went to the park. This is my first flight on the Kayou Mini, running the Gemfan 2520s, I believe. And yeah, I just took it for like a super chill little rip at this park. It was super windy, I think I mentioned that earlier. And there were some people playing soccer, I think a kid and his dad. So I didn't want to go too crazy, but just wanted to get a feel for it and see if the PIDs were decent, you know, before going out and flying the next day, where I eventually crashed and had to do a whole bunch of shit, but we'll get into that in a bit. So yeah, super happy with how this is flying so far. It, dare I say, flies like a 5-inch. I mean, you know, as much as a little guy like this can. Again, feels so much better than my Oasis Flies 25 over here. That thing flies like a stone. It really does. I see the light now. And I think I was having a lot of trouble with getting used to DJI in this flight. Like, maybe it was DJI and the weight. Just felt a little bit weird, so didn't feel too locked in, but still felt like happy with the quad. I think I was probably smiling the whole time and absolutely psyched once I landed and came in, because Man, it's hard building quads. Like, I'm not gonna lie, all the tuning stuff, I mean, if you fly freestyle and actually want it to feel locked, like, that shit takes a while. Okay, here we are next day after replacing the motors. So this is like a little bit more locked in, I think. This is my first time watching this back, so immediately into a decent little flow, trying to get some juicy flicks going. I love juicy flicks on bigger quads. They feel so effortless, but still a little bit tricky on the 2.5. All right, guys, I'll let this play out and then I'll come check back in with you once we crash in the tree because, spoiler, we're crashing in a tree and it's gonna take a lot of effort to get it down.
Do not resist the beat.
We've got an incident coming up here. You can see, go for a little line, try to get in the channel of that gutter, and then boom, pop up here. And I think I'm gonna go for a dive through those canopies. You can see I didn't feel confident, but I will be trying that again coming up and it will be a massive mistake. So I think I go try to chase this little Prius for a second here. Yep. And then, back. Here we go. And then disaster's coming. So back by myself, pop up and immediately thought it was looking good. Got caught on one of the lower hanging branches. I think I tried to crash flip out of it. You'll see, yep, the quad starts going crazy. I thought like, okay, that looks good, right? It's moving a lot. It's definitely about to fall to the grass. Okay, here's what happened next.
All right, guys. Here she is. See if we can get this out. We got the step stool and we got this telescoping rod, which I couldn't do without the step stool. So guy with the city vehicle is driving over here. Let's see if he can help. All right, that guy could not help me. So let's try to throw some shit at it. How about that?
Yeah, that's me. Okay, so I climbed up on this wobbly ass step stool on this uneven ground, and I swear I'm literally like 1 to 2 inches too short, but I just cannot get it down from here. So I did the next best thing that I know how to do, which is ask a random stranger for help. I saw some guys sitting on a bench across the park and they looked a little bit taller than me, so I went to tell them my issue, and to my surprise, one of them walked over a few seconds later and started helping me out.
Here, let's reset it. Let's reset it.
All right, so this is the homie Bernie. Shout out Bernie. He said he was cool with being in the video. He said he has his own YouTube channel too, but he didn't tell me what it was, so we're gonna have to find that, guys. But yeah, so check this out. We added a paper towel roll, but it was still like
The goat, Bernie, the goat behind you.
a little bit too short, so I just pulled my car over and then he was down to hop up, and after a little bit of work,
Dangling like a, oh, Bernie! Bernie! Let's go! The goat! Hey, thank you, bro. Oh man, this turned into quite the adventure video instead of just a review. I think I got a great feel for the drone though, so let's go head home and start editing this shit, guys.
all right, so overall after flying the Kayou Mini, here's where I'm at. To put it into perspective, I've mostly been flying analog. Well, actually I've only been flying analog for the past few weeks almost a month. So I'm really used to the latency and the lightweight feel of these analog whoops that can just turn on a dime. So jumping into DJI, jumping back into it was a little bit jarring for me. And not only the video link feel, but also the weight of the quad was different because I've been flying 65 and 75. So 2.5 felt really big. With that said, I think after like the first pack, I was basically back to the muscle memory. It started to feel really good. Not quite as locked in as analog, maybe halfway there, but still really fun and totally doable for freestyle. So in terms of the flight characteristics, it really does kind of fly like a 5-inch, way more than some of my other. So I have this sub 250 Oasis Fly 25. That's a 4S 2.5-inch propeller drone. And someone left a comment on one of my videos months ago, shout out Papa Mones, and he said it flies like a stone. And now I get it, bro. It flies like a stone compared to the Kayou Mini. The Kayou Mini, same size props, so much lighter, flies so much better, and that's on 2S. It really does feel a lot better though. So I think the 2.5-inch on 2S is incredible. Love that big quad feel in the small package with maneuvers like power loops and juicy flicks that I really struggle with on whoops, like especially power loops going around an obstacle. I constantly fall short and end up in front of the obstacle on the power loop with whoops, and then I'm like, you know, struggling to get that finesse, but it's just like so effortless on the Kayou Mini. It just floats around and, you know. Now, I think next week I will do a part 2 where we build this out probably into analog because I don't think I can afford DJI right now, but then I will compare the two. And I think if I had 2 identical Kayou Minis, one digital, one analog, I'm guessing I'm going to reach for the analog quad like 8 times out of 10 because I really care about the reduction in weight. The lighter I can get it, the better it's gonna feel, and the more I'll be willing to bash it if it's not a $100 camera in VTX. That said, the 2 times that I would grab the DJI is if I'm going to fly some sort of a bando or a place with a lot of penetration that I'll be flying through, and I don't think analog is going to cut it. Still super happy to have this thing, but I think I'm going to convert it, and then we will sort of look at the flight footage back to back and try to get a more comprehensive breakdown on which one is better for which type of person and why. Spoiler alert, I think I'm probably going to like the analog, but let me know what you guys think if you fly Kayou Mini. Oh, and lastly, I don't love how the AIO sticks out at the back of the Kayou Mini frame, so your mileage may vary, but maybe consider trying an AIO that doesn't have that like little extra PCB sticking out. With that said, we could probably just develop some easy print for this. I'm noob at developing stuff like that. Maybe someone can help me, but yeah, I'd love to print something that can keep the battery leads, the antenna and everything out of the way of the props without being too heavy. I think that's all I got for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. I know it turned into kind of like a vlog style adventure with the homie Bernie and everything, but that was really fun. I love this drone. I'm really happy that I got to actually go out for these 3rd session and get a proper freestyle pack in. I was gonna just send this video without it, but I didn't feel right without properly giving you guys like a legit flowy pack. So consider subscribing if you guys found this video helpful at all. Share it, like, blah, blah, blah. And if you are gonna pick up any of this stuff, consider using the links in the descriptions. I don't make any money from the channel except for on affiliate links. So it is the only way to support the channel besides like super chats, but I don't wanna even promote that. So blah, blah, blah. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Zaza pounds of the law, get them OT. Drank by the case, took a pint to the face. Like P. Diddy Mace remix with the codeine. K roll to a lame-o, he gon' OD. Big worm, I'ma stand firm if you owe me. And smoke like smoking no.